so to start off this inspired cosplay look, I do have contacts in. These are the BTS times MTPR Soul Hazel lens. They are enlarging and they're also like a very light caramel brown. Hisoka does have yellow eyes. I'm doing the 2011 adaptation, but I don't have yellow contacts, so I feel like this is the closest thing that I have. But I am applying a foundation. This is the Juvias Place I Am Magic foundation. I actually don't like this foundation, but I wanted a foundation shade that was much lighter than my actual skin tone, and you can obviously see the difference in the shade to my actual skin color. But the coverage is nice. I just don't like the formulation, but I just needed a foundation shade that was much lighter than my skin tone. I'm then moving into concealer. I'm also using a very light concealer shade as well. Just using a very light concealer shade just to match with the foundation. It's not my favorite concealer, but you know, it's gonna work for this look. Yeah, I wanted to do a Hisoka look. I was inspired by Peachy Petals on Instagram. She did a Hisoka look and I loved it. And although at first I was really creeped out by Hisoka, he grew on me later. But yeah, I wanted to do like a gender bender girl version of Hisoka. It's a lot cuter. It was just fun for me. Like I had a lot of fun doing this look, especially the wig that you'll see at the end or you saw at the beginning. But I did sit down my under eyes with some powder and also set the rest of my face with some pressed powder. And now I am just filling in my brows. I did go for more of like a straighter brow. I don't know, straight brows on me, they look very angry. I don't know if they're just like a little bit too straight, but once I have my wig on, you can't really see the brows, so it doesn't really matter. But you can do your brows however you like. But Hisoka's brows are actually really thin if you see his pictures. Now it's time for eyeshadow. I'm going into the ColourPop Ooh La La eyeshadow palette and taking the shade Poodle, and I'm just going to pretty much put this all over my lid, into my crease area, and the pink eye is going on the left eye. I'm doing like opposite, so the left side will have the pink eye but with the mint blue teardrop, and then the right eye will have the mint blue eyeshadow look but with the pink star, if that makes sense. You'll all see at the end, but that's what I'm doing. You can do like both sides monochromatic, but I think the opposite eyes looks really cool and a little bit different. But now I'm just taking a dark purple shadow. This one is from the It's My Pleasure palette from ColourPop, and I'm just placing that at the outer corners of my eyes, both on the lid space and on the bottom lash line. Now taking Tickled from the Ooh La La palette, I did use the shadow wit. I'm going to place that at the inner third of my lid space and also bringing that towards the inner corners of my eyes to highlight that area as well. And now using a black liquid liner, I'm going to use this to line my eyes and also create a wing. And then I will go in with a black eyeshadow to extend this, smudge it out, smoke it out. It's just what I've been doing recently. Every time I do a wing, I never leave it on its own with the liner. I always go in with the shadow to extend it and make it very precise with like an angled brush. I'm using the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Exit, and I'm going to use this to tightline my bottom waterline. I think using a white really just brightens up your eye look and makes your eyes appear larger, and with the contacts I feel like my eyes look huge. But I am just now curling my lashes and applying mascara to the top and bottom lashes to prep them for falsies later on. Now I'm moving into the right eye, which is the mint eye. I'm just using the Mint 2B palette from ColourPop, and this brush was not good, so I switched brushes. You can just use any fluffy blending brush to get this shadow all over your lid space. This shadow does take a while to build up, but once it's built up, it is a very pretty mint shadow. So with different adaptations, Hisoka's colors, like the star and the teardrop, is different. I watched the 2011 adaptation, so I'm going with that. And from Peachy Petals inspired look, she did pink and blue. I think you can really change it up. Your way to be creative, honestly. I did go in with a darker teal shade from the Mint 2B palette to deepen out the outer corners. We're pretty much doing exactly the same technique that we did for the pink eye, but we're just using the corresponding shadows from the Mint palette. But you can see here, I'm just taking a very pretty mint metallic shadow and placing that at the inner third of my eyes and my inner corners. And just like you saw me do before with the pink eye, I'm just taking my black looker liner once again and then going over that with a black eyeshadow to really extend and intensify the liner. Now I'm just curling my lashes and then I'm going to apply mascara to my top and bottom lashes, giving them a really good coat. I also did add the white eyeliner in my bottom waterline just like we did for the pink eye, but for some reason the clip is not here. But for lashes, I am using these ones from Petite Cosmetics. This is in the style Dauntless. I did have to cut the ends a little bit and I just had these like remaining pieces, so I decided to pop them at the center of my bottom lash line. It's very similar to Peachy Petals look. She did the same thing, or I feel like she did a lot better, but I got my inspiration from her. So whenever you do cut your lashes, if they're too long, you can always save them and you can reuse them for bottom lashes for some more extravagant looks like this. But now just applying the lashes on, I really love these for this specific look just because they're extremely long and wispy, and I do like how you still can see the shadows peeping through between each lash. Now I'm just going to be tracing out the star and the tear shape with a white eyeliner. I mean, if you're an artiste, then you don't need to trace, but I think it's just safer to trace a little bit. And I also wouldn't recommend tracing with a white eyeliner because it's just too pigmented. I feel like I think I should have used like an eyeshadow or something, but we're learning as we're going. And I'm just taking this face paint. This one is from Diamond FX. I've had this for a while now. It's super affordable. It just comes with a bunch of shades. I did mix the pink and red to get this more fuchsia pink, and I'm just painting in between the lines just like a little kid. But I do go in with my concealer to touch up the edges. I feel like the star came out a little bit weird. And for the teardrop, I mixed some green and blue face paint. I added a little bit more blue than green to get this like teal minty color. And once again, just painting in between the lines. For my lip color, I'm using the ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lipstick in the shade Genie, and I just think it's the perfect baby pink for this eye look. It ties in with the pinks from the star and the eye look, and especially with my wig as well, so I think this was like the perfect lip color. And this, you guys, is the completed HISOKA girl version cosplay inspired makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating this look. The wig especially was so much fun. The bangs, I love the color of pink. The wig is actually from AliExpress, which I'll link down below, but I had so much fun creating this. It was a very fun way for me to get creative. I know it's super different from me and to see this on my channel, but I love anime and I love Hunter x Hunter. It's one of my favorite animes, so just transforming myself into a girl version of Hisoka was extremely fun. He's also a very easy makeup cosplay to do, so if you're going to a convention, then I would say, you know, Hisoka is a good option. Probably not one that you would see often or expect, but he was fun to do, and I think any Hunter x Hunter fan, when they see this look, they definitely can tell it's Hisoka from the iconic star and teardrop on his face. And if you have a deck of cards, that makes it easier to see that as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this cosplay look. I do have more planned coming in the future, so if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much, especially since it's so different from my channel. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
좋아.